I'm Ben. I'm Head of Creative at Duffs Jewellers, and who are you?
I'm Anthony. I'm buyer and store manager at Duffs Jewellers.
Very good. And this is episode 1 of Pull Back the Curtain. So what does that mean, Ant?
Well, we thought we'd just pull back the curtain a little bit and let people see what happens in the jewellery industry. So new trends, new products, what we do to get pieces on the shelf, that type of thing.
A few little insider tips and tricks, perhaps.
Yeah, stuff that people don't quite see behind the curtain.
But I guess being December, maybe we have a bit of a show and tell to start, and some of the hot products that we're featuring at Duffs this season.
Yep, definitely.
So where do you want to start? You're the watch guy, so...
Yep, so we'll start with some watches.
Okay, sounds good. Oh, well, the magic of the internet. All these watches just appeared.
Just appeared out of Santa's sack. So we've got a great array of watches.
Yep.
Starting down your end, obviously Casio. Been around a long time. You've got the vintage look as well there, which is really, really popular.
So that looks like my first watch.
Yeah.
When I was 11 years old.
Same thing.
So they
were old enough to see them come around again.
They reinvented the wheel.
Reinvented that. They're very, very popular. Only $100 entry point. We have the Toyota of the watch world.
Oh yeah,
Citizen.
That's my favourite. I love Citizens.
Yep.
I love Citizens. They're good solid watches. They've got a really broad range. They've got something for everyone. As you say, Toyota of the watch world.
Yep. Just keep going and going.
And they never give up. It's the only thing. They last a bit too long because we want to sell them another one. But
Exactly.
They keep running. They keep running.
Awesome watch.
Yeah, they are.
Then we go to our Swiss level. So we have our Tissot, and unless you've been sleeping under a rock lately, you would know about the PRX, like the very on-trend watch of the year, I would say.
So I have a question, because you're the watch guy. I was told that PRX stands for particularly rugged something. Is that true?
It's true, because they are very rugged.
Okay.
So I've had mine. I had mine for probably over 18 months now, still working perfectly fine.
Okay.
Now that one there is the waffle dial, Powermatic 80, so 80 hours power reserve, and then it's the ice blue as well, so very, very, very popular.
So this one doesn't have a battery in it, does it?
No battery, automatic, and then you get your 80 hours power reserve, so
gotcha.
Leave him off your wrist for 80 hours, pick it up, it's still going.
So we've got Tiffany vibes about
very much Tiffany vibes.
Oh yeah, very on trend.
It's very nice. And then Seiko. So Seiko, once again, one of those watches that you can get on your wrist for $500, or you can go straight to the top with the Seiko Astron.
Okay.
So Seiko Astron, GPS watch, solar, so no battery.
Yep.
Basically your GPS technology, if you're overseas, walk out of the airport, press the button, your watch automatically changes for you.
Like your phone.
I have a lot of people
you don't
say
have to
that.
press a button on your phone.
Pretty much, yeah. But
no, I did.
You look a lot cooler. Like
yes, you do.
You do. Just pressing the button.
It's a good looking watch. It's a good looking watch. Yeah. So this will just adjust to the time zone of the country you're in.
100%. So as soon as you walk out of the airport, away from all the concrete and steel, you just press the button on the top.
Okay.
And your watch adjusts for you straight away.
Oh.
And then, like I said, solar, full titanium, non-reflective dial. Beautiful piece.
Yeah. Okay. And the top end of Seiko's offering.
Top end.
Okay.
Yeah, $2,900 that one retails for.
All right.
So that's for a very special dad. That's
excellent. Yeah.
And that's pretty much it. But we do have a large range of watches this Christmas for ladies and men. It's good to see a lot of young guys now getting back into the watches, wearing them.
Yeah. So what we've got here is predominantly, well, it's all steel by the looks of it. Is that still the on-trend colour, or is there is the gold, the old school gold plate selling at all, or?
I think a lot of people are going back to the stainless steel now. Gold had a little bit of a push there for a while, but definitely seeing more of the stainless steel, more the neat-looking watch.
Yep.
Coming back for the young guys. Like I said, definitely. Like your vintage, your PRX was very popular with the young fellas as well. And of course, like our Lark watch we have in here, which was an association that Seiko did with Lark whiskies in Tasmania.
Cheers to that.
Yes. So that's a beautiful watch, beautiful dial, full automatic movement, very on trend.
I think our general manager actually wears something like that.
He does. He's a very trendy man, our general manager, Jeremy Markovich, and he does wear one of those watches, and he wears it well.
Yeah, good stuff.
All right, so diamonds, that's what Duffs Jewellers is all about. I think I'll throw to you, Ben, as you are a diamond expert after just coming back from the USA with your diamond grading course.
Thank you.
So maybe if you could just explain a little bit to the people about earth-grown diamonds and lab-grown diamonds.
Yes, my favourite subject. I love diamonds. It's just the core of our business, isn't it? They excite me. I do. I love working with diamonds.
Yep.
Earth mined, lab grown. So they're both diamonds. Interestingly, the question I get asked the most with regards to the lab grown is, are they diamonds? And the answer is yes. These guys are optically, physically and chemically identical to our earth mined product. So they're a bit of it's a groundbreaking technology, although it's apparently they've been able to grow these things since the 50s, but not to a point where they can get a commercial grade stone. So it's really been over the last sort of 10 years or so that they've managed to get the processes and the technology to a point where they can basically grow a very high quality and reasonably large diamond in a lab rather than pulling it out of the ground. So there's no difference in the product, but the price point is probably the one thing that does set them apart. Is one better than the other? In my opinion, no. But I would say the labs are not for everyone, and the earths are not for everyone.
Yeah, we found that people have an opinion one way or another, so they'll either be 100% earth grown and not want to in the labs. But then you do get on the large majority that like the labs, like you said, because of the price point.
I think price is the one, the main factor. Look, I guess, there is something that's slightly romantic about the earth mined product, because Mother Nature did her work, between 2 and 3 billion years ago. So the earth was a teenager and, under great heat and pressure, the carbon trapped down below was transformed into diamond. And then those stones came up through effectively volcanic pipes to a point where we could actually reach those gems. But all of the stones that we can get to have been created. So there's a rarity factor, and there's a romance to it that this gem here is billions of years old. So I like that. On the other hand, the lab grown material, they're getting to a point now they can grow really pure crystal, beautiful white stones, very few inclusions, and obviously the rarity factor isn't there, but it's offset by the price. So look, I can't quite see the prices here, but my estimation, these earth mine carats are probably trading between sort of the $12,000 to $15,000.
Yeah, well, the two that I've got here, which are same design, pretty much same size stone. So your earth grown is just a little over 17,000. Your lab grown is a little over 5,000.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Pretty big difference. But we are seeing a little bit of a drop in the earth grown product at the moment.
Okay. Yeah, I guess so. The let me think. I suppose the average sort of sale for an engagement ring, it hovers around $5,000 or $6,000 in Australia. It might be a little bit more. So in the earth mine product, probably looking at around about a half of a carat, whereas in the lab grown you can get up into around a carat, even a carat 50. So if you want a little bit of size on your finger, I think that's where they really do come into their own.
Yep. That seems to be the size that the ladies are all still going for, isn't it? 1 carat.
Oh, it's aspirational. Yeah. But I tell you what, they because this product is diamond, it's difficult to cut like the earth mine, and there is value in there, and they actually grade the lab-grown diamonds exactly the same as they do the earth mine. So we use the 4 C's, the carat weight and the colour, clarity, and cut grade, and that all goes to determining the price of these as it does the earth mine. So there's no difference at all. So I think it's really up to consumers to make their own mind up. I think both have their place in the market. I don't think one's going to surpass the other, and they'll probably end up in kind of lockstep. And we're certainly running with both now, aren't we? And
yeah, we sure are. I guess at the start of it, we thought maybe it would be more skewed to people that are worried about environmental issues, but it just seems to be the price point.
I think price, and let's not forget the settings as well. You can have a beautiful diamond, but if it's not in a gorgeous setting, to me it's just a diamond. Just a diamond, yeah. So I did want to point out this one. This is my new favourite.
Yeah, and that has been very, very popular.
It's a good one, isn't it?
Yeah, so no shoulders, the completely round band with the diamond sitting on top.
Really simple, elegant, and the band is just there to show this beautiful stone off, isn't it? Yeah. No.
And in yellow gold as well, which seems to be sort of really gaining momentum this year.
Yellow's back. Yellow's back. I think the millennials think they've discovered something.
Yeah.
They've invented yellow gold.
Yeah, it's like the Casio vintage watch. We've seen it before, but it's good to see it again.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think back to the early 90s. Our window was all yellow gold engagement rings. To have a white gold ring was quite unusual. And, you fast forward sort of 25 years or so, and it's all white gold, but, it all goes round in a circle, doesn't it? So yellow's back.
It is, in a big way.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, so all of our lab growns, like we have produced earrings, obviously, tennis bracelets this year, pendants, so we've got the works available.
Yeah. And we're making them in-house too, which is great. So, we can do the custom work as well. As much as I love my designs, being a head of creative, not everyone does. So we can change the styles. That's no big deal. So sometimes people like to put their own stamp on these things, and whether it be adding a few shoulder stones or raising the setting up or lowering it, easy to do.
So as we were talking about in the diamonds, Ben, yellow gold is back this year.
Yellow gold is back.
And in a big way in jewellery. Do you want to tell us a little bit about the pieces we've got this year?
Yeah, sure. So what we've got here is a selection of gold bracelets, 9 carat gold, but these ones are all actually manufactured in Europe. So some from Italy, some from Turkey, actually. Styles they're different from the local stuff. That probably is what sets apart the European product. They're generally a little bit more intricate. The Europeans do view their jewellery a little differently to the Aussies. Design is everything. Longevity is secondary. So it's not they're poorly made, but you often find that they're very much on-trend styles, but when that style falls out of favour, it's scrapped and they do something else. The gold's recycled, and they start a new pattern. So this sort of stuff, it's great. I love it. It's quite different from the Aussie stuff, but it does have I suppose a shelf life. That eventually the links will wear out. So generally, what we do at Duffs is we just buy the the old gold back. So after 10 or 15 years, you're sick of it. We buy the gold back, you lose a bit in labour and then roll it into a new piece.
That's in a new one.
So I think that's the way I've always looked at this. It's, it's something that's on trend for a particular period of time, and then it'll be something else. The Europeans, they don't even bother about model numbers half the time because they're always looking to stay very, very relevant. Whereas if you take, say, an Aussie manufactured piece, and albeit this is on trend, the first thing you see, it's much heavier. So Aussies like to almost wear their gold as body armour, don't they?
24/7.
24/7.
In the garden, in the shower.
That's right. If I had $1 for everyone that said, I never take it off, Ben.
I paid heaps of money. Why would I take it off?
Why would I take it off? So I think, it's just going in with your eyes open. This is great for that. Wear it 24/7. It's designed for that.
But not the bracelets, for instance.
They
are a little finer, but they're very beautifully designed.
Yeah. Look, this is still good stuff. But you can see it's simpler in its execution, and probably a lot of our viewers, all two of them, they would be aware of padlock bracelets and the like. These are heavy, everyday type pieces, and that's typical sort of Aussie style, and probably really came from the UK, didn't it? The really traditional fob chains and padlock bracelets. Yep. Whereas the Italians, it's just a little different. I've not seen a padlock bracelet for sale in Italy before.
No.
Or Dubai, or it's very it's very English, very Aussie.
Yeah. And we did go to quite long lengths to find these pieces this year, so we could present them to people, so you can wear a nice gold bracelet, and your entry point can be that sort of $300 mark, which for gold in Australia nowadays is very, very good.
Yeah, and how's gold priced? It's on weight, isn't it? So that's how we buy it, and that's how it's sold. So if the item weighs a lot, it's simply more expensive. So with these sorts of pieces where they'll often make the links hollow just to save a little bit on weight, you can have the look without spending an absolute fortune. Yeah. So it's all good stuff. But it's I guess that's why we do like to have a bit of a two-speed offering with gold, because if we had only the locally made stuff, you might argue could be a bit conservative. I don't want to say boring, but whereas the Italian stuff and the Turkey stuff, it can actually go too far the other way, and it's just too crazy. So I think as head buyer at Duffs, it's your job to find that balance, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think we found it pretty well this year. Just talking about the earrings, just before the paperclip earrings in 9 carat, they're really, really popular. Just a little bit different from your basic hoop, and it ties in nicely with your paperclip necklace.
Yeah, with the necklace. It's kind of just a different riff on the hoop. So it hasn't, they haven't changed it too much, but something that's just a little bit more on trend than a traditional round hoop. Yeah. So, but I'm so happy. Like yellow gold's back.
Cheers.
Oh, here's cheers. Yes. Yellow gold. Well, I reckon that just about wraps up our
first ever
episode, Anne, of what are we calling ourselves?
Pull back the curtain.
Pull back the curtain. Just
PBTC to the cool kid.
PBTC. And hopefully we've been able to give a few little nuggets of information to the viewers that perhaps they may not have been aware of.
And as time goes on, hopefully we can bring more things to the table. Just thinking about next year when we go to Hong Kong to buy some more gems, we can sort of let people know how that works. From buying the gem to putting it into a setting and having it in the window.
The whole process. Yeah, because we are manufacturers of jewellery. So yeah, that's cool. I like that. That's for early next year. Yeah. The whole process of how we put together a piece of jewellery at Duffs. It's something that I suppose unless you're involved in the industry, you don't get to see those processes or hear about it. And personally, I find it really interesting that I've been in the jewellery game all my life. But hopefully other people would, have some interest in learning about how, a loose diamond is, cut and polished and right through to the making of whether it be an engagement ring or a bracelet or bangle, whatever it might be. Yeah.
Hence the term, pull back the curtain.
Pull back the curtain. Till next time. See you then, Tuesday.